I will tell you, though, that I did not handle the breakup well. She was, in fact, the first breakup, like real. She was my first true love. I'll just say it. She was my first true love. And I did not handle it well. You're supposed to have your heart broken when you're like 12. When you have your first crush. That's when you're supposed to have your first heartache, not in your 40s. It's supposed to be when you're young, when you're little, when you're resilient, you know? You're like, you realize it's not going to work out, so you're devastated. No! And yeah. Not when you're in your 40s. So without divulging too much information, let me just tell you that when everything was finalized, I was at the gas station and I got a text message basically saying, everything's been signed, it's official, it's turned in. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I get in the car, I start the car, and then I put it in drive. And that's when it hit. That's when it became real. That's when it was like, oh my God, I can no longer go home. That's no longer an option. I have messed things up. I can no longer go back to what I called home. I have to restart my life right then and there at the gas station. And I had a full-blown meltdown. And some of you know that my tour came to an end a while back, and people were wondering, is it drugs? Is it alcohol? Is it mental health? I was going through my first breakup. How was I supposed to be an effective comedian when I couldn't stop crying? You know what I mean? It was like, it was bad. And you guys have heard the shows before. You know I never bring this up. It was the lowest point of my life. I had never felt so sad, weak, vulnerable, depressed, lonely, everything all rolled into one. And it was at the lowest point of my life that I found that's right, country music. Country music knows when you're sad. Country music knows when you're weak. Country music knows when you're vulnerable and you need something to fill the void. I used to fight off country music. I used to look at country music in the face and tell country, you could take your ache, you break your heart, you keep on moving. But not today. Let me tell you what's going on. I'm in the car and I'm crying so much. My tears are rolling down my cheek and they're blending with my snot. They're blending with my mocos. My tears are blending with my mocos and then blending with my babas, with my drool. I have 3 different fluids coming out of my face at the same time. My neck looked like menudo. It was bad. All I needed was a pinche limón y cebolla. That's it right there. I am making ugly sounds and I don't want to hear myself, so I turn on the stereo and I started hitting buttons and it lands on the country station. And I knew immediately that it was country music I was listening to, and I did not try to change the station because I figured, you know what? I deserve to suffer more for the mistakes I made and the people I hurt. So I let it play and play and play and play. I listened to country music for over an hour, and I came to this conclusion. Country music has at least one song that will speak to your heart directly because you feel like the artist wrote the song specifically about you and your life because of how detailed the songs are. Oh yeah, my hat's off to country music singers and artists. You guys, you know how to do something very well, and it's not till you experience a certain time of your life that it makes sense. I'm in that car bawling, and all of a sudden on the radio I hear this. It's been 7 days since you seen her. How does he know it's been 7 days since I've seen her? You just can't get her off your mind. 'Cause every little thing that you do or say is another reason you pushed her away. And now you're sitting in your car all alone. What does he do? Make it stop! And it doesn't stop. It keeps kicking you on the ground, reminding you what a piece of crap you are. You should have gone home and locked the door, but you was outside being a whore, and now you're sitting in your car. So I get a letter in the mail from my old high school, and it's like, you know, time for the reunion. My girlfriend saw the letter. She's like, ooh, your reunion. I go, yeah, my reunion. When is it? When are we going?
Actually, I was gonna take my friend Tony, because, we went to high school together. He's my best friend since high school, so I was gonna take Tony. You're gonna take Tony instead of me. That's what's gonna happen, huh? You're gonna take Tony instead of me. Your girlfriend, you're gonna take Tony. No. It's okay. It's okay. You take Tony, okay? And I hope you have a great time. Oh, thanks. I knew you'd understand, baby. I love you. Don't ask too many questions, you know what I mean? So my buddy Tony and I, we go to a high school reunion. We get there early, too early. There's nobody in the banquet hall. So we go upstairs to the bar area. We're watching a basketball game. Everything is cool until some guy recognized me. Hey, you're the comedian. What's up, dude? Dude, funny, bro. Let me buy you a shot. Actually, man, I have my reunion right now, and I don't want to show up drunk. Oh, I see how it is, bro. You're too good, huh? That's what it is, huh? Excuse me, George Lopez. Let's do the stupid shot. All right, bartender shot. So he freaking makes a double. And we freaking cling, cling, and slammed it. I'm like, oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Let's do another one. Oh, hey, man, I'm okay. Thank you. See how it is, Paul Rodriguez? Let's do another shot. And he kept this pattern going. He must have had like 7 comedians behind his freaking wallet, one after another. I got so drunk. I was that level of drunk where you can't even walk straight. You got to look at the ground to navigate. You're just kind of. I get to the reunion. There's a lady at a table, and she's got stickers on the table that say, "Hello, my name is." And then with a Sharpie, you write your name. I was so drunk, I couldn't even write Gabriel. I wrote Flaco, which is Spanish for skinny. So, I freaking write that, stick it on, and we walk in. The party's going on, I'm trying to find a table. My buddy Tony took off. I couldn't find him. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God. All of a sudden, the lights come up, and the class president is holding the microphone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wilson High School class reunion. Let's just cut to the chase, find out what everyone's been up to, and keep the party rocking.
So she pulls out a list.
Who's done this? Who's done that? Who has the most children?
Some girl in the back.
7.
Everybody's like, puta. Now you remember. Okay. All right? She keeps going down the list.
Who's done this? Who's done that? Who's been on television?
Everybody at my table who wasn't talking to me before, they weren't talking to me before. Now they're like, right here, right here, right here. I'm like, no, I'm drunk, no, shh. Sure enough, here comes the girl.
Oh, we have a celebrity over here. Come on, say something. Get up here, Flaco. Come on, Flaco, get up here.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, come on, get up here. Are you too good or what?
So I got mad and I jumped up. I'm not too good. Everybody, my name is Gabriel Iglesias. I don't want to say a whole lot right now because I've been drinking and I don't want to say nothing stupid. It's really nice to be here with everybody. I see 2 girls here tonight. 2. Who, when I was in the 12th grade, I asked out to the prom. And they said no. But you know what? It's okay. Let me go. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because like she said, I've been on TV. And you 2 girls who said no, you got fat. One of them yells out,
You're fat too.
I know I'm fat, but I was fat in high school.
This next thing I'm going to say is in no way, shape, or form political. So please don't take it that way. The vaccine. Look at some of you. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew it. I knew it was coming. I knew it. Look at him. He's got booster written all over him. Look at him. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your bodies. I'm just here to share a story. I got vaccinated, okay, and I'm not saying it to get approval. I'm just telling you because, hey, look, I was 85% of the underlying conditions. At this point, I'm rolling the dice. Plus, I wanted to work. I got the vaccine, but it was one of those things where, in the beginning, when you wanted to get the vaccine, you couldn't just walk into a CVS. You had to make an appointment, and it was a drive out. You couldn't just show up. Because I tried. Oh, I tried using the face. I'm like, hey. Apparently this only works at Red Lobster. Oh, yeah, I can show up at Red Lobster at 8 o'clock on a Saturday. It's on. Do you have reservations? It's fluffy, make biscuits! But for the vaccine, no, I made my appointment like everyone else. It was a drive-out location, There's a little speaker box. May I help you?
This is very familiar. Yeah, let me have a large vaccine.
Pfizer, Moderna.
I got a coupon, whatever's free.
Pull up to the window.
And then I pull up to the next window.
And then a guy who's all covered up. He's got the whole, Then you give them your arm, and then they harpoon you, and they make you park your car for 10 to 15 minutes in case you have an allergic reaction. So I'm sitting in the car, and I got the radio going and the AC going, and I glance over, and I notice that there's people there protesting. And that's fine. Protesting is a right, and I'm all for it, okay? My problem is when protesters leave the sidewalk and get right in your face. So here's what happened. I glance over, I see the protesters, and I locked eyes with one of them. And I could do this all day. I'm in the car, right? I'm like, what? The lady who I'm looking at all of a sudden starts walking towards me. And I'm like, shit. She gets to my car and she starts going off on me. And I have never had a complete stranger go off on me for no reason at all. She gets to the car and she's like, "You are so stupid. You are so stupid. How could you get the vaccine? How could you get the vaccine? You have no idea what you just put inside your body, dumbass." I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Bitch, I eat chorizo." You have no idea what that vaccine has to work through in order to have any type of effect whatsoever. It's got to go through years with the chorizo, chicharrón, carnitas, carne asada, freaking hot dogs, bologna, spam, menudo, caldo de res. Oh. It's got to go through the gauntlet.
You guys even have taco trucks. Now, for anyone wondering about taco trucks, let me just let you know right now. That is real good Mexican food. I don't want you being concerned. Like, no, there's wheels under that restaurant. Well, sometimes we don't have a permit, okay? So, but it doesn't mean the food is not good. For me to know that I'm gonna have a good experience at a taco truck, I always research, I look to see who's running the truck. For me to know that I'm gonna have a good time, I wanna make sure that it's an all-female crew. Not to sound sexist, it's just that when it's all women running the truck, they make me feel good about myself. They make me feel special. When I walk up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I have a buzz, they make me feel good. Hello? They come to the window. Hola, mi gordito, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo está ese gordito, chulito, este gordito? ¡Qué bonito! A ver, ojitos. I feel like a kid. I'm like, can I have a taco? Whatever you want me to get, I'll get it for you. Now see, when it's an all-Mexican male crew running the truck, it's late, they're tired, they're bitter, Customer service isn't our strongest point at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then you got to deal with a drunk knucklehead like me.
Hello?
And they come to the window.
¿Qué chingados quieres, pinche gordo? What you want? What you want?
Hey, what's up, bro? Can I have a taco?
Okay, what else?
That's it. That's not even a word. But you know exactly what he just told you. For some reason, Mexican people and only Mexican people have this sound that comes out of us that can just discredit anything you put in front of it. It doesn't matter what it is, we can kill it with that sound. I just graduated from college, top of my class. Well, fine, I'll work at Burger King.
Papi, this is my fiance. He loves me.
Fine, I'll be a whore.
I've looked at someone like that before. I've been starstruck many, many times. As a matter of fact, this past year, I got to meet one of my childhood heroes. I got to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, some of you are clapping, some of you are like, wait. Well, here's the thing. I didn't love him as a politician, and I was too young to know him as a bodybuilder. All I knew is the movie Terminator was my favorite movie, and he was the Terminator. So, here's the story. I'm in LA at this red carpet event for some movie that I still haven't seen. I'm standing there with my publicist, okay? I'm standing there with my publicist, and she's explaining to me how the red carpet works.
Listen, Gabriel, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go down the red carpet, and then the paparazzi's gonna start taking photos of you, and then someone's gonna ask you some questions. It's a lot of fun. Then we'll go inside, and then we'll go to the after party. It's gonna be great.
As she's telling me this, I'm looking around, and I look over and I notice, I see him. I see Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I freak out.
Relax. You've never met Arnie?
I said, no, I've never met Arnie.
I work with him all the time. He's really nice. Would you like me to introduce you?
I'm like,
Yes.
she takes me by the hand and she walks me directly to Arnold. I'm freaking out so bad, I look like a big ass toddler. We get over to Arnold Schwarzenegger's area, and he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's already got a big group of people around him waiting to take a photo. So I'm just patiently waiting. As I'm watching him, you guys, I gotta tell you right now, no one on this planet is better at meeting people than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is the greatest people meter I've ever witnessed. And the reason I say this is because when you meet him, he's very engaging. He grabs your hand, he pulls you in, he looks at you in the eyes, and he turns it on. When you meet Arnold, you get exactly what you think you're gonna get. It's awesome to watch. You know? How are you? So nice to meet you. You're so strong. You put my hand. Hey, look at you. This is incredible. Got these lights and this red carpet. This is incredible. Excuse me. How are you? Hey, you're so strong. You put my hand. This is incredible. Look at you. People are walking away from him, looking at their hand. They're looking at their hand, you guys. 10 minutes I'm watching Arnold Schwarzenegger light people up. And then I noticed something else. I noticed that Arnold has a handler, a guy who stands right behind him. And it's this guy's job to basically reset Arnold for the next person he's about to meet. Arnold Schwarzenegger will never cut off a conversation with the fan. The guy behind him listens in on the conversation, and he determines when enough is enough, and then he signals Arnold to cut it off and move on. Here's the signal. He grabs the back of Arnold's arm right there, 2 times. 1, 2. That lets Arnold know, cut it off, time to move on. Always to the left. Awesome to watch. This is incredible with these lights and these special effects is going on here. Excuse me, how are you? Nice to meet you. You're so strong. Hey! I'm like, oh. So I yell out to the handler, hey! And the handler turns around. Hit him! I want to meet him. Hit him! And he starts laughing because now he sees that I see how the Terminator is really working. So he gives me one of these. Next thing you know, he is lighting Arnold up. He is hitting Arnold so fast, Arnold can barely keep up. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Excuse me, pardon me, high five, high five, high five, high five, high five, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Very good. Pound, 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 pound. He's coming down the line, coming down the line, coming down the line, and I'm just waiting. And I stick my hand out and he grabbed it. How are you, son? I recognize you. I know who you are. You're the comedian who does the joke about the Indian man trying to rob a bank, but he cannot rob the bank because they are making fun of him. And in my head, I'm like, he knows me! Outside, I'm like, yeah, that's me. You are hysterical. Give me your contact information. You are the funniest person. Excuse me. How are you? Nice to meet you. You're so strong. Meeting Arnold.
It's cool being fluffy though. My ex-girlfriend, she was cool. She was fluffy too. She was, man. I used to call her up in the middle of the night and all my friends would always tell us how romantic we were. I'd call her up, no big deal, right? Old school, huh? Pick up the phone.
Hello.
Hey. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I'm just here.
Ooh. Where?
In the kitchen.
Oh, really? Oh, what are you doing in the kitchen?
Oh, nothing. I'm just baking.
Oh, really? Oh my God, what are you baking?
Oh, nothing. Just a chocolate cake.
Oh, really? Oh, baby, say it slow, say it slow.
Chocolate cake.
Ay, Dios mío. Oh, baby. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna come. You're gonna come. I'm gonna come over and eat your cake. I miss her. Cake, man.
So moving forward, it's been over a year now, and the same question has been asked over and over again. So what now? Are you gonna, start over? You're gonna get back up on that horse? You're gonna get a girlfriend? You're gonna get a wife? Start a new family? What are you gonna do? And I'm like, I got dogs. I'm good right now. I know what it's like to be single for a long time, and I know what it's like to be in a relationship for a long time. And there's pros and cons to both. I can only speak for the guys on this one. Some guys. Guys, you ever been single so long you start to question whether or not it's by choice? And then you find yourself saying things like, guess I'll be single forever, just nobody wants me, nobody wants me, nobody wants me. Some of you are laughing because you have that friend. A lot of you are quiet because that's you right now. And then you notice how sometimes all it takes are just a couple of minor changes, a couple of minor adjustments to get back in the game. Like maybe you start cutting your hair different. Maybe you start dressing better. Maybe you start, I don't know, showering and shit. Someone takes notice and decides to give you a chance, and now you're back in the game. And there's no greater feeling in the world than that of being in a brand new relationship, because you're just so happy. You're so happy. You're the most optimistic person in the world. Nothing can mess your day up when it's brand new. You can miss your bus on the way to work. There'll be another. You could get fired. Guess it wasn't meant to be. You are so freaking happy. And then you start to reflect on your life before the relationship. And you remember how you would look at your phone and it would never ring. You know, you thought it was broken because it wouldn't ring. There's no text messages. You look at your DMs, nothing. But the minute you get into a brand new relationship, like magic, your phone, text message, ding, your social media, now you got numbers in there. People in the street are talking to you. And then you say this out loud. Where were all these people at when I was single? Answer? They were there the whole time. The difference is you were not this happy. I found out that happiness is one of the most attractive things in the world. Who doesn't want to be around someone who's positive? You know? Well, unless you got COVID. Never mind. Nice, pleasant, a joy to be around. Good energy. You know who really notices just how happy you are, guys, when it's a brand new relationship? Other women. Not your woman. Other women. They can't help but notice how happy you are. They stare at you and they point. Look at him. Look how happy he is. Oh, I bet I can change that. Guys, you are now blood in the water and the sharks are out. And if you've never been hunted before, it is one of the scariest things in the world. Because usually you don't know you're being hunted until it's too late. You're over there minding your business, you're in your relationship, you're trying to make it work, and here they come. Before you know it, it's too late. She's got a hold of you, and she has you pinned down in the back seat of a car. And she's hitting you. She's hitting you with a baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark. You will never look at that song the same way again. You're welcome.
Houston, I'm going to tell you something, and I don't know how this is going to go over, but I'm going to say it. I would be an amazing gay partner. I would, all the way up until that one part, but even then. Have you ever driven a Lexus? Those are nice. Sometimes you got to take one for your own team. I'm just saying. Now, in all seriousness, not to be funny, not to be disrespectful, let me tell you the reason why I would be an amazing gay partner. The level of communication between two men is so high, I might actually get an answer. There might be clarity and understanding. I might hear a yes. I might hear a no. Do you know how many relationships I have been in where I still don't know the outcome to certain conversations? Very simple yes or no questions. That's what I would do. Something as simple as, baby, you hungry?
Well, I haven't eaten yet, so I probably should eat something, but I'm not feeling it right now. But if I don't eat right now, you know how I'm gonna get later. So I guess it's probably a good idea if I start eating right now. But it really depends on the options. What do you think? Ah!
What about this one? Baby, where would you like to eat? You hear all the guys? Yeah. Finally! I'm not alone! Everybody's pointing at somebody right now. Guys, am I right? This has to be, you would think that this is the safest question in the world to ask, but it's not.
Well, just pick something. You know me, I'm go with the flow. Whatever you decide is okay with me. You know me already, just pick something.
All right, we're going to Burger King. I don't like Burger King. Why do we gotta go to Burger King? Burger King gives me chorro. Chorro is Mexican diarrhea. How about this one? How do you feel? Really? Really? You want to know how I feel? Well, you know, maybe if you'd pay attention from time to time, you might know how I feel. You might not need to have to ask me such a question because you would already know exactly how I feel. The amount of time and energy I've exhausted to let you know how I feel, and you have the nerve to ask me, how do you feel? Now imagine the exact same conversation between me and Mr. Lexus. Do you know how efficient that conversation would be? Hey, bro, you hungry? Thought you'd never ask. What do you want to eat? Whatever you want to eat. We're going to Burger King. I love Whoppers. Me too. We go to Burger King and we tear it up. We get back home and I ask him, hey, how do you feel? Horny. Me too. How do you want to do this? Heads or tails? It would be efficient. I'm a dork too. I don't know how to talk to women. And this guy always comes, hello. Girls go crazy. And ladies, I'm gonna tell you right now, if a pretty man is your thing, if a gorgeous GQ guy is what you want, then by all means, go for it. But I'm gonna let you know right now, in the long run, a pretty man is gonna do nothing but lie to you, cheat on you, and break your heart. That's why, ladies, you need to start giving guys like me a chance. That's right, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the worst thing I'll ever do is have dinner without you. And everybody, look at some of the girls. Everybody gives me advice too on the best way to meet that certain someone. You know, like my sister Emily, she always tells me the best way to meet someone is to go on the internet. She goes, go online, you'll meet someone. I'm like, I thought it'd be a good idea because my sister, she's cool people. She goes to school, she goes to church, she's nice. But I gotta tell you guys something, she's a freak. You know, you meet her in person, she's all sweet and innocent. Oh, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Bye. But you catch her online at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, man, she's like, I'm licking and sucking your toes. Ooh, do you like it? Now see, that's scary. It is, because I had no idea she was online. I was like, yeah, I like it. I was like, what's up? I see my sister the next day. She's like, I met someone. I said, me too. Check it out, I got some sandals. What's up? But you guys have to be careful. If you're gonna meet people on the internet, be careful, because you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't. I went on a blind date with a girl who was half Sasquatch, half Chupacabra. Yes, some of the white people, Chupa what? It's like Bigfoot, only smaller. Like cousins, you know? You gotta be careful, because they'll throw these little mysterious words out there to kind of like, get you excited. Like this one girl, she described herself as bubbly, you know? And I hear bubbly and I was thinking, oh my God, wow, really? Shut up, wow, really? Shut up! Man, and instead what I got was... I'm standing there. You have to be careful. And I said, you know what? Okay, maybe it's my bad luck. It couldn't possibly happen to me 3 times, right? So I gave it another shot. I went on another blind date with a girl who said she was a sexy Latina. I was excited. What's up? I get to her house, you guys. She was not Latina. Oh, no. She was black. Now, I didn't have a problem with her being black, but she specifically wrote out, I'm Latina. So I called her on it, right? I said, hey, girl. Hell yeah, man. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, I know I have a habit in my shows of sometimes throwing a little Spanish in there. If you don't understand Spanish, I do apologize, okay? I promise I will be translating. I don't want anybody freaking out or reporting me to the management with concerns or issues, you know.
What the hell is going on in there? What kind of show is this? No, somebody better hit the SAP button on that sumbitch real quick. I didn't pay good money to hear some Samoan speak Spanish.
I'm not Samoan. I just want to know, how many Latinos in the crowd tonight? Now, notice I asked Latinos. I wasn't very specific. Because if you call a Latino the wrong one, there's an issue. You call a Mexican a Salvadorian, we get mad. You call a Puerto Rican a Dominican, they get mad. You call a Cuban anything but a Cuban, you're going to get stabbed. So for everyone here and everyone at home, I have found a way to figure out who's who. It's very easy. All you have to do is listen to the way the person is speaking Spanish. You don't have to understand a single word, just listen to the flow. That'll let you know. For example, Mexicans, when we speak Spanish, we sound high. Seriously, you ask us a question, we drag it out. Hey bro, how's it going?
Pues aquí nomás, hombre. Pues tú sabes, güey.
You know, Cubans, I found out Cubans, you guys speak Spanish, like everything means something. It's very serious. You ask a Cuban a question, bro, where you going? Al baño, coño, carajo, why you wanna know? Just asking, dude. It's like, why is he yelling? I don't know. And I found out Puerto Ricans, you guys speak Spanish like there's a time limit. Ask a question, hey bro, what's up? Oh, mira, bro, el otro día estaba con Hitch, me estaba platicando que chacha Benito, quiero saber lo que está pasando aquí, no más por allá. Dame más gasolina. Just fast. Even Mexicans were like, hey, write that down. Quick. Another way is the beverage. The beverage will let you know who you're dealing with. For example, a Mexican's preferred drink of choice is tequila, okay? A Puerto Rican's preferred drink of choice is either Don Q or Coquito. Right? And a Cuban's preferred drink of choice is coffee. Now let me tell you how I know about this one. So a few years ago, Martina and I were doing a show at the Improv in Miami, and after the show was over, I was talking to Martina. I said, hey bro, I said, we got to try out some of this Cuban food everybody's been talking about. It's our first time here. And so we go outside to catch a cab, and when we got in the car, I figured something out, and that is that Cubans come in every color of the rainbow. Cubans and Puerto Ricans, you go from really, really white all the way to freaking navy black, just hardcore. Wesley Snipes, just dark, scuro. El negro. Hardcore, you know what I mean? I didn't know that there was such a thing as a black Cuban, because we get in the car and we're speaking Spanish, and this guy turns around and he's black and he's like, ¿Dónde quieren ir? Where you wanna go? I'm like, oh my God. It freaked me out. I thought the partition was tinted. I didn't know. So he's yelling at us, ¿Dónde quiere ir? I'm like, dude, why is he yelling? I said, listen, we want to go somewhere to get some authentic Cuban food. Where can we go? And then he takes us to this place called Calle Ocho, which, for everyone at home, Calle Ocho is Spanish for 8th Street, and it's an area where, you know, it's very authentic. And he takes us to this restaurant called La Carreta, okay? So you can't miss it. There's a restaurant on the corner with a giant wagon wheel in front of it and a huge rooster. I don't know what the rooster does, but look out for him. We walk inside, and I think, what was it, Martin, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when we went in?
Easy 3 in the morning.
Easy 3 o'clock in the morning. We sit down at this table, and we're looking at the menu. We're trying to figure it out, and there's all kinds of bananas and all kinds of weird stuff that I'm like, I didn't know that. Okay, bananas, fine. Okay, let's do this. And here comes the waiter, and the waiter's coming over, and he gets in my face, and he's like, ¿Qué tú quieres? And I'm like, I forgot. Why is he yelling? I don't know. I said, listen, bro, I'll tell you what, let me look at this menu a little bit longer. I think we need some time, right? Yeah, we were like, yeah, we need some more time. And I says, for right now, can I just get a coffee? And he's like, okay, un cafecito. And he walks into the kitchen. He comes back 5 minutes later, seriously, with a little coaster and a shot glass of coffee on the coaster. And he puts it down in front of me, and he's like, okay. And I'm like, What is this?
Es un cafecito.
I go, dude, look at me. I'm not a Ito. I'm a Ande. And then I started thinking, maybe he knows who I am. I get the joke. Bring the really big guy, the really little cup. You know what I mean? And I said, bro, what is it? I go, no. Bring me a full-size cup of coffee. Take this back in the... I was frustrated. So the guy's like, okay, and what you want? Okay. So he grabs it, all pissed off, and then he goes in the kitchen and he starts talking trash to one of the cooks. He's like, Manolo, allá afuera un gordo que dije, cabezote, que no le cabe una problema allá. And then he comes back with a bowl of Cuban coffee, okay? And he puts it down in front of me and he won't leave the table. He's like, okay. And I'm like, okay. Oh, I get it. He wants me to make sure this is what I want, what I want, right? So I pick up the bowl and I take a little sip of it. And when the coffee hit my tongue, I was like, oh my God, this is the most concentrated coffee I've ever had. It was really, really strong. And then it clicked. That's why they bring you a little shot glass of this stuff. So now I don't want to look stupid making him take a bowl of coffee back in the kitchen. So I picked it up to my face again and I drank the whole thing. Will Doug, I knew I messed up, bro. I knew I messed up because the waiter looked at me and he's like, vaya con Dios. He goes back in the kitchen, he's like, Manolo, call 911. 10 minutes go by, you guys. I am so wired. That coffee is strong. That is the only way in the world Cubans can make that swim.